What's up, folks? We are back here with the new video series. I am going to be going over the differences between solo mode raids when you guys are masters at that. You're like, I've had enough and now I want to jump into group content. I want to cover the same mix I covered in the previous solo raid videos, but I want to show what the differences are now that you're trying to do group content. So we're going to start off with Kayangel and let's hop in. So gate 1. What I would advise that you bring for battle items: health potions, dark grenades just in case the damage isn't that great, sacred charms to cleanse your teammates during that lightning mech, and then time stops just to save yourself when you're in a rough situation. If you can't dodge something, it'll knock you off the edge. You just time stop. So just like before, 55 bars, sides fall off. And this is the same exact mech. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like with 4 people. Same thing, lightning coming down, and you're just dodging. So you just kind of want to be aware of whichever one of your teammates gets the targets over their head, you can just run away from them. So you can see it's them. Just kind of, we all run to the right here, they dodge, the axe goes there. Otherwise, this is the same exact mechanic. There might be like maybe one more lightning wave. I don't know if they shortened it at all from the solo mode, but it's pretty much identical. That's all you have to worry about is the person with the little target over the head. Try and stay away from them so you don't get hit. Easy peasy. I think there's one more. So I know a lot of people sometimes just get a little nervous. Even if you explain something theoretically, they want to see it. So I just want to make sure you guys could see that. That's it. The rest of that raid, that gate is exactly the same. That one's very easy. So gate 2, I keep the same battle items for gate 2. You really don't need the sacred charms, but I just left them on my bar. Okay, so the first mechanic, this will be a little different. In normal mode, Kayangel, not hard mode, normal mode. This first mech, you guys remember what you did here? You would absorb the little elemental nodes and go clockwise a bunch of times. In normal mode, they bypass this mechanic. If you guys are unfamiliar with the term cheese, in a lot of games will say, oh, we just cheese that mechanic. And what they're saying essentially is they are overriding it. They're not doing it. There's a way around it, and that's what they're doing. So in normal modes, the damage of the red explosion after you rotate 6 times is non-lethal. So if you have a shield, which the support will give us, then you can just ignore it. So what you'll do in normal, most groups will come right around here and they'll just sit there. So see how these nodes are going out? We're not absorbing any of it. Normally you'd be going counterclockwise. In normal mode, we do not do that. We just stand here. You'll see once the mech's over, she turns to one of the nodes, and you guys already know. So right shoulder, we would have had to destroy the one on the bottom, but we're not doing it. You see the artist right now is going to awaken. See this animation? Boom, look at our health. We just got a big shield on us from the support. So this red circle's about to explode, but it will not kill us. Boom, we just absorb it. So you do nothing. That's that mechanic. The next one, if you remember, it's the counter mechanic where you stagger. You would have to go counter in solo mode, then you stagger. You're doing the same exact thing. The only difference now is you have to spread out from your teammates. There's 4 of you and 3 counters. So what I do is I'll gravitate towards my like X3 plus 1 area, but you can also just like stand in the middle and see where your teammates go. So like right now I'm just hanging out in the middle and I see one person's over here, one person's over here. I'm between these two. I'm going to just see where this guy moves. So boom, they go south, I go north. Statue turns and you counter. Then you finish off with the stagger. Just like in solo mode, you're done. All right, the last mechanic, if you remember, was the rings. And the nodes only spawned on the bottom in solo mode. But we'll see here in group play normal, they spawn everywhere. So again, I just kind of spread out, go to my X3 spot. 2 rings, same thing as before. You kill whatever color it is. So we're protecting the rings, protecting green, so we kill fire, protecting blue, we kill grass. That's all there is to it. Then you just wait, rings explode, identical to normal. That's gate 2, you guys did it. professionals. All right, gate 3. So you'll see a lot of times when you guys are pugging this, there's people will bring either dark grenades or flame grenades. Normally 2 people call dark, 2 people call flame. If you're in a group and you know the damage is good, you don't even need to bring darks. You can bring flames, because not having flames will get you killed if you guys try and cheese a certain mechanic and no one throws flames. So I like to make sure our bases are covered. I would just advise you to bring flames every time. In addition to that, you'll need time stops. If you're time stopping that mech at the end after 60 bars, the mirror pull into the shadow, and then health potions as always. All right, so I bring flames, and you'll see the mech I'm talking about, like a normal attack pattern. So first mechanic, this is the mirror. Just like last time in my video, I wanted to just go over the same stuff. So he disappears, reappears, and targets one person. And what I like to do is for this mirror, so he just disappeared right there. The boss did. So we know he's going to reappear on somebody. And one person, whoever gets the mirror, they can't do anything. They have to just walk away and not get hit by the mirror. But it's actually a really good damage window, a DPS opportunity for the other 3. So you kind of want to spread out. I like, whenever I teach people this raid, I tell them we'll go like X3+1 inside this little black area, but that's really not what's going to happen if you're doing this with random people. But you just want to spread out so you're not stacked on top of each other, so you can see who the mirror goes on, while being kind of close. So they're still like on your screen, you can see where the mirror shows up. That way everybody can start DPSing immediately. So you'll see he disappears, we kind of spread out a little bit. Like you can see our distance on the mini map, we kind of make a little square. So he just appeared, there he is. You can see the rest of us just go beat him up for free. While this guy had the mirror, he's just hanging out. Then as before, he does the red line, safe zone, red line. I go to my like X3+1 area. There's a red line, there's a safe zone. All right, so as before, I just ran over to the left side. You guys remember that? I was the only one, but this is group content. So the boss is gonna land in the middle, and he is gonna target the closest person. So you'll see, normally the supports just take this role. That's kind of what the community's decided. That way the DPS can do damage for free. But you'll see the support, they stand in the middle to get aggro, and then they go stand in that area that I showed you in the solo. We'll see him here. There's a little artist. They run over here. Boom, as soon as he appears, he's gonna run south. We all go behind him. Wait for that to activate, beat it up, and it's free DPS. This is the 140 stagger bar. And the way this works in group content is that you're going to stand in the laser based on your party order. So if you look on the left-hand side, if you guys are unfamiliar, there's a little number in the top right next to each player. Artist is number 1 in this group, Glaver's 2, Shadowhunter's 3, and I'm number 4. So that's just the order you stand in the laser. So whoever's number 1 will stand in the laser that Kayangel shoots out, and he can aim it wherever he wants. Whoever's 4 is the last person who's going to aim it at the boss, just like in solo mode. Normally when you're pugging this, I will say whoever number 1 is, they normally start in this right side area. So like top right-ish, just pretty much anywhere in this right side of the map. And you'll see how we space out based on where they start. So let's go. So here comes the lasers. The lasers are not shot out in a fixed position. They can be rotated. So that's why there's variability here. So you can look on the mini map. You know number 1's going to start here. So then number 2 can start running the spread out. Number 3 can start running the spread out. And I'm over here already spread out. So you'll see 1's over there getting the laser now. He's going to shoot it towards number 2. Number 3 is going to be getting the laser shot at him. You can see him running to stand in it. Now he's going to shoot it. Now I just walk in, auto attack the boss, so I aim it at him, boom, mech's done. Excuse me. All right. So I just wanted to show you guys this as well. Those little lanterns. This is what happens when they expire. This means nobody hit the activated lantern and it just timed out on its own. In normal mode, it'll shoot these little golden lasers at somebody. And after a couple seconds, it'll stop tracking them and shoot a bigger laser. All it does is put a rupture stack on you, which slightly increases the damage you take in normal mode. A lot of experienced groups, they just ignore it or they won't even let it happen in the first place, but it's not that big of a deal. You'll see what happens. These lasers target, they disappear, and then they start shooting the big golden beams. It'll just give you a rupture. Again, a little bit more damage. In hard mode, you cannot let those touch you because it gets rid of your buff. You know, that buff from the little lanterns that you get to do damage to the boss. So it's a much bigger deal in hard mode, but we don't have to worry about that. Normal mode, just want you to be aware, see what that looks like so you don't freak out when this giant beam of light shoots at you. So this is the 0 bar mech. Once again, the exact same as group content. You guys are solo content if you remember. But you're going to pick up orbs in a specific quadrant. Solo, you're by yourself, you run wherever you want. But just divide the map here into quadrants, x3 plus 1 position. So like the corners, you know, top right, bottom left, top left. And if you guys are ever unfamiliar about x3 plus 1, you can just ask me any questions like this. Always, I'm happy to answer. But briefly, x3 and x3 plus 1 are references for positions during mechanics in Lost Ark. It's the most commonly used thing. x3 means you take whatever your little number is and you multiply it by 3. x3 plus 1 is the same thing as x3 and then just add 1 to it. So a quick example for me, I'm number 4. So if we were doing x3 positions, I'd be at 12 o'clock. But we're x3 plus 1 here, so I'm 1, essentially the top right quadrant. So that's all you need to know. You'll see these beams of light again. Wait for them to explode. That's 1. Here's 2 south. And then once you can see the color of the orbs, I go pick these up. You need to get 5. And then you'll see what I do here. I pick up the blacks in that area and then I ping. So I already got 5 white orbs. But a lot of the times people will not have 5 white orbs in their little quadrant. So they are looking for 1 more orb to get their shield. You can tell people picked up 5 white orbs because they have this glowing shield around them. You can also pick up black orbs so there's no confusion. Like there's black orbs kind of close. That's why I picked those up. That way, if one of my teammates still needed an orb and they saw my ping up top and they ran up there, they would be not confused at all which orb they needed to grab. So that's what you kind of want to do. A small tip as well. If you do not, everybody in this team, you can see they all had 5 white orbs, so they were fine. But early on when people are learning, if you do not have 5 white orbs from your first gather, do not panic and like I pinged up top, don't run up before the shadow. You will not have enough time. So what you'll do is you'll get your 4 orbs in your area. You'll go to the first shadow. Then you can go pick up extras. That's when you want to go get extras. Look at how much time we have right now in between the shadows. So imagine I just ran up north from that shadow. I'm dancing, Lai, Umarka. Just look at all this time. You can do whatever you want. Hanging out. This is when you want to get it. Then you can have plenty of time to come back to the second shadow. All right, that's the mech. You guys know it, easy. So this is the final mechanic, the 60 bar mech. This is where you have those statues where you go into the other dimension. Normal mode, you were looking for the clone that had the runes on him, but in group content, it works a little bit differently. So you're gonna want to get teleported into this other dimension. I'll pause for a second and I'll wait for these towers to spawn. There's 3 types of towers. They combined them all into one in solo mode just to show you like the different options, but this is what they look like. They're separated here. So there's just this red beam of light. There's a clone of Kayangel or L'Oreal, the boss you're fighting. And then there's a red beam of light with those runic symbols. So you guys remember in solo mode, you attack the boss that had the runic symbols. They're trying to tell you that's the key indicator. So what you have to do in group content is tell your other teammates where their L'Oreal, their statue is that they have to stagger. Solo mode, you did it all yourself, but you rely on your teammates here. So the way this works is, see this little pillar with the runes? Every player will be able to ping 3 of those. And what groups do is they start up here at 12 o'clock and you'll rotate clockwise. And you want to stay as close to the middle as possible because it's a tighter circle you're running so you can ping everything faster. You just want to be able to see all these statues up here in order to ping them for your teammates. So I'm going to go clockwise and ping the statues with runes on it. So we'll see. So we ping this one here, we ping this one here, and we ping this one here. So those were the 3 that I pinged. This one, none of these pings are mine. But you see my teammates pinged them. They're telling me that's my statue. And what they see on their screen is red towers with runes for this spot. So you'll always see 3 towers with runes, and then you're waiting to see your teammates' pings on one of the L'Oreal statues, because that's telling you where your tower is. Like all these 3 I pinged, for one of my teammates, every one of these statues was a copy of the boss, a L'Oreal statue. So for the artist, this might have been a L'Oreal statue. For the Shadow Hunter, that might have been the L'Oreal statue. That's all we're doing. Ping the towers with runes, going clockwise, and you're also looking to see where your teammates are pinging a L'Oreal statue for you. So you ping runic towers, look for the L'Oreal statue. And then once you have identified the towers, you can run to yours and stagger it. You don't want to do your stagger before you've pinged 3 towers. So this worked out conveniently. I already pinged 3 towers, and then here's mine. But if I didn't ping these towers, I would keep going clockwise. Like maybe there was another tower up here. You do the full loop, ping the statues, then go to your tower. Don't just go to your tower immediately. Your teammate's still relying on you. So you'll see you walk up, do the stagger. You're done. Just like normal. All right, so there's one mech. This is why you bring flame grenades. This is a normal attack pattern. I just wanted to show you guys. You've probably seen this when you did it in solo mode, and maybe you were hit and rooted by it. Maybe you dodged them successfully, but most groups, when I was pugging this, and this group did the same thing, you're going to cheese this mechanic. You're going to ignore it essentially, use it as a free DPS damage window. So all you do is everybody just stacks behind the boss as soon as you see this start. See his hand glows and all these yellow circles start appearing. He does this for 10 seconds and then he roots anybody and does damage to them. So the flame grenades, at least 2 people should be bringing these, and you throw them anytime, you can count to 5 when the mech starts and then throw them. You have a big window. I think flame grenades last for 10 seconds. So just when this mech starts, do damage and start counting to yourself. 5 seconds. Then throw the flame grenade right at your feet on your teammates and yourself. And then when the mech ends, you'll all be rooted. And it takes multi-hits to free you guys, which the flame grenades are perfect for. If you are playing support, after the end of this 10 seconds, we take some damage when we get rooted. So you want to be shielding your teammates. You can just use whatever your shield skill is. There's also, every support has a damage reduction skill that also will shield. That's probably the best thing you can do here. You don't have to save your awakening for it or anything special. In normal, the damage is not going to kill you either if you're healthy, so I wouldn't stress about it too much. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know how this little normal attack pattern works. When you see people call dark or flame grenades before they go in, they're referencing, this pattern. So you'll see how it works. It just started. I just do free damage. And I think I threw my flame grenade at around 7 seconds or so. You'll see. Here it goes. Boom. Flame grenade. Keep attacking. Boom. We're all rooted. And you can see the flame grenade starts chipping away at this. Also, if you're a character that has an ability that is multi-hit that lingers, so let's say you cast it, but a bunch of projectiles are falling from the sky or doing damage over time, that's a great thing to cast too if you get good with the timing. But You don't have to worry about it. But you'll see this frees us and we're done. If not, you know, if you don't free each other, you're stuck. And any follow-up attacks he does, he'll just keep killing you until you guys die. So that's the differences. I'm going to try and do this video series for the other 2 raids as well, Akan and Ivory. If you guys want any specific guides, please tell me, because I just pick what I think will be helpful, but I don't know if it really is. I appreciate all the comments on the YouTube videos, giving me feedback, letting me know that this is helpful for you guys. I really do appreciate that. And again, don't hesitate. I stream every day but Sunday on Twitch. You can pop in there and ask for something specific, or if you have questions related to other things in Lost Ark, you can come ask me. I'm happy to help. I really am. I like doing this. It's fun for me. So you guys let me know how I can be of more help. Again, Twitch TV Nutris. Come by anytime. Hope the video was helpful. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.